You want to fight crime? Let's get dangerous.
And yes, it is. It is another Saturday night, and it is time to have another show here. So without further ado, we're going to say welcome to another episode of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. I'm your host, Joe D. McPhee here. And this might be a relatively short show unless you guys have a whole bunch of questions here, because there's some things that we got to talk about, a lot of comic books to show, some behind the scenes type stuff that is going on, but there's no real topic other than the fact that we're in convention season now. And what does that mean? That we're in the process of getting ready for our first and probably only major show that we're doing this year, which is C2E2 again. And there's, just stuff to, try to get ready for and looking at the bigger scope and everything. Now, for those who don't know, C2E2 is happening at the end of March 27th through the 29th here. And we're about a month away, a little bit over a month away from that show here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get the business end of things here. We got Miss Haygood out here. Glad that you're watching in on today. And let's go ahead and get the business end of stuff done, because we do have to do our due diligence, stating that Stupid O'Clock still happens 1 hour into our show here, which means that most likely able to catch that without many interruptions here, because we're probably going to be ending right about the time that they start here. That is then followed up by Last Man Standing at 1 a.m. Then you get a little bit of a respite into Monday morning for Nevermind the Furthermore with Nicholas Tucker at 10 a.m. And then don't forget about Comic Book Spectrum. Comic Book Spectrum has been off the chain as of late, because we've been looking at a lot of different things, a lot of different comic books, a lot of different movies, the cartoons of yesteryear. We've been doing a little bit of everything. So if you haven't been catching us on Comic Book Spectrum here on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, you've been missing out on a whole bunch here. So we got more comments here. We got, and Monday's a holiday. We got President's Day this upcoming Monday. So that's something else to kind of be talking about here. We got Delaney is Alpha. Yeah, it can be. So with that being said, it is time for most people's favorite segment of this show, which is new comic book pickups for the week here. And new comic book pickups for the week, we got a stack like this to go through here. So we're not going to waste any time here. We're going to start off with two digests here. So we got two Jughead digests. We got Jughead Comic Digest Magazine number 62 and the Jughead Double Digest number 8 here. That was sent in to us this week here. We got another copy of She-Cat number 3. And then we also got Gargoyles number 1 from the Dynamite series. This is the Jay Lee cover here, which is pretty nice as a whole. Oh, you can't wait. People are coming for a rant today. No, today is not a rant day. I could figure out a rant later on, but I'll take care of that a little bit later. But we got Gargoyles number 1. And then we also got What the #1. This one is not in the best condition, but is a good reader copy here. I believe we picked up an issue that I was missing here, which is Heroes for Hire from Volume 1, number 15. This is going to be followed up by Champions number 13. This is the how to draw Kamala Khan cover here, at least the headshot of Kamala Khan. This is then followed up by Ultimate Power #1, which is one of the series that I was missing here. I'm probably going to end up going back to finishing that collection. And this is another one that I've been seeing a lot of, but I haven't really invested the time in, but I got it for really cheap here. And this is Sisterhood of the Steel #1. So I'm going to end up reading that. And if I like it, that's going to be added into the major collection that will be archived and preserved here. Then I believe this is Superior Spider-Man #12 from Volume 2. I don't think I have all of Volume 2 of Superior Spider-Man as of yet. We got Jane Foster in the Mighty Thor #2. And this is when Jane Foster is now officially a Valkyrie, by the way. Then we got the second volume of Trinity #19 right here. And then we got, I believe this is Black Panther from volume, I want to say volume 4. This is the Colts run of Black Panther. So Black Panther #5. And then we got Silk #5. I'm still not sold on this character as of yet. And it's like, man, I love how your content keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I appreciate that here. And Lane is saying hello to the other individual here. Then we got another copy of Extraordinary X-Men #1. Now, if you haven't read this one, this is a pretty decent start of a run here. I just haven't finished Extraordinary X-Men as of yet, but my overall personal collection is still kind of growing here. This is another series that I'm probably going to add into the major archive collection here that I'm probably going to have for later, which is Daughters of the Dragon issue #1. This was a 6-issue limited series, but that was issue #1. And then we have Empress #4. I'm still trying to finish my Empress collection. So that's issue #4. And then we got Night Terrors Wonder Woman #2. I don't have the first issue of this. For those who don't know, Night Terrors is a 2-issue mini that separated, I believe, it ended Rebirth and went into Dawn of DC. So wherever they normally reboot in DC, whenever they reboot a major series, there is a progression that they have where they have some major storyline that reboots the whole universe again. And Night Terrors was one of those series here. And then this is kind of like one of my guilty pleasure type pickups here, which is Space Pirate Captain Harlock. So for those who love manga and anime, I do read some books, but not every. But I grew up with stuff like Captain Harlock and Robotech and Macross and stuff like that. So whenever I come across those books, I will pick them up here. And we got the whole gang here. There they are. Well, hello, welcome on in. So we got from the limited series here. I believe this is Howard Chaykin's version of Challengers of the Unknown. This is issue #4. I still need to get the whole entire run of that series here, but that is issue #4. Now we're getting to the stuff that I actually do collect here and parts that are missing. So we got from the Kitchen Sink run of the Spirit, we got issue #7 and issue #74. So I'm getting closer and closer to completing that run. And then we got Josie and the Pussycats #75. We're still not close to finishing this because Josie, during the run of Volume 1, went up under 3 different titles here. it was like I forgot. It's like here comes Josie, and then it was just Josie, and then it turned to Josie and the Pussycats by issue 40 something, 44 to 45, I believe, or is it 45 to 46? But that's going off the top of my memory here. And then we're almost done with completing the first volume of Inhumans. So we got Inhumans number 7. I believe that's an extra copy of that issue. And then from volume 2, we got Inhuman number 13. And then in addition to that, we got Inhumans Prime number 1. So I have no idea what this issue is. I haven't had a chance to sit down and read it as of yet. And Parallax is saying Volume 2 is similar. Okay. Well, Archie's Pals and Gals were still running during the time that Josie was still going on, because I believe Here's Josie was technically a spinoff of Archie's Pals and Gals. And Archie's Pals and Gals still ran a couple more issues after that. Oh, yeah, in the 90s it did, yeah. No, I'm talking about Volume 1, it didn't here. Now, for those who do know, I do collect from Impact Comics the Jaguar series. So these are literally extras of extras here. So I got another copy of issue number 1, issue 2, issue 3, issue 4. I'm really wanting another issue number 9 where I could probably round out almost 3 complete sets here. And another copy of 14, which is the last issue of that run here. And then we got Jughead number 193 from volume 1 and Jughead 334 from volume 1. And you could tell that they update these books as the generations go along here, so they don't stay stagnant, which is great. And this should make Parallax kind of happy, because I have Superpowers number 3 and Superpowers number 4. So I'm missing 1, 2, and 5 now of Superpowers. And then from the 1980s run, I got Challengers of the Unknown issue 1 and issue number 3. And then we got some extra copies of issues from the, if I could say, from the Doom Patrol series from volume 2. We got another copy of issue 64 and issue 65. Yeah, that's 65. So 64 and 65, all of these are extras. And then we got some extra Carol and the Carol Corps issues here. We got another issue number 2 and issue number 3. I was able to find my issue number 4, so I do have a complete set of this series here. And if you haven't read Carol and the Carol Corps, it is a good run. It is a good run to read here. It's one of the few Kelly Sue D. McCormick series that I actually can get behind, because she did her homework as far as the history is concerned here. Now, some of the statements that were being made, you know, it might not be for everybody, but I appreciate the history that goes into, you know, what was going on with the Air Force during that time here. So that's a good, pretty decent read here. And then we got some New Mutants books here, and we're going to cover, I think, the first volume. We're going to cover volume 1, volume 3, and volume 4. So we got volume 3, not volume 3, volume 1, issue 3. Now, I forgot what the key significance of this issue number 3 here off the top of my head. I'm not certain if it has something to do with Danny Moonstar. I want to say it has something to do with a possible version of the Adversary, but I don't remember off the top of my head here. And then from volume 1, we got another copy of issue number 78. From volume number 3, we got issue number 4 and issue number 18. And then volume 4, we got issue number 28. And then another kind of like silent collect that I normally get here. And I know people probably wouldn't have thought about it, but I do follow New Gods. So we got, I believe that this is New Gods volume 3. So we got New Gods number 1, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 11, number 12, number 13, and number 14. And I believe all of this is volume 3. And just like DC, not to really tell you, to say, oh, it's just issue 14. And then I'm getting closer and closer to completing my volume 3 of Outsiders here. So we got another copy of Outsiders 18. Then we got issue 20, 21, 22, 27, another copy of 27, 28, and 33. And things that makes me happy is when we get to the point where we complete volumes here. So we finally got my issue number 3 from volume 5, or at least another copy of that. Issue number 4, which I was missing from volume 5. And then this is the missing issue number 5 from volume 8. So we're getting closer to having all the Spider-Women here. And then there he is. If anybody asks me, it's like, am I a Batman fan? And they should already know the answer. The answer is, unless you're talking about this Wayne here, Thomas Wayne, I don't consider Bruce Batman, but I finally got me a copy of Flashpoint Beyond number 0 here, featuring Thomas Wayne right there on the cover, dealing with the whole aftermath with everything. And then we got a couple of magazine issues here. So we got from Kitchen Sink. This is the magazine version of the Spirit. We got Spirit issue number 22, which I was missing here. And oddly enough, we did get a Penthouse Comics magazine. This is from June, July of 2024, issue number 3. So we have that came in here. And that is all the new comic book pickups for the week here. And let me see. We got a lot of comments coming in here. So hold on. I'm seeing that. I was like, I miss seeing the pocket-sized Archies. Yep. And yep, people are saying cool. It's like, yep. Yeah, that's me dinging you. Oh, okay. To be annoying. Okay. Yeah, that the actual tablet that I have tuned in as charging and everything here. Well, duh, you like Mr. Miracle and Bar talking about New Gods. Yeah. That makes sense, Beanie. Yep. She knows their group. So proud. Yep. Yeah, Clifford needs a few of the 90s Outsiders to complete his run. Cool. Thomas Wayne forever. Yep. Mad? No, Mad. Wait, you don't see Lainey? She's there. She's been chatting away to you. She's been chatting away. So she's been chatting away. She's been communicating to you. So you can't say that she didn't say hi, but she has been communicating and everything. So it is what it is for right now. I think YouTube been having a problem with a lot of the chat and everything here. No, it's not you. It's YouTube. YouTube has been having a lot of problems with the chat here. And we got Techie Fan. Welcome on in. And yeah, that's probably what it is. She is doing it off of the phone here. I know how people feel about Valentine's Day, so I don't really try to bring it up unless there is like still nothing but hi Laney and the girls and Fran are good. Okay. Yeah, YouTube on my phone has been weird as of late. That's what I'm saying. It's like Fran is sitting with me. Cool. So we got through new comic books for the week here. So that brings us to the collecting update. And some things have changed and other things have not. So well, hold on. Yeah, YouTube didn't work at all for me on Thursday. Yep. It's something going on with the U and the tubes here. I just don't know, but it is going to work itself out here. But for the comic book updates, collection updates as of right now, I still haven't got any new Film Force issues to complete the run here from 108 and above as of yet. Same thing with X-Men. I need to update that graphic. I now know that I'm missing issues 2 through 2021 in volume 6. So I do know that much as of right now. Nothing as far as the X-Men series, the 2 X-Men series. And for what I find kind of weird is that for volume 5 and volume 6, not too many people are really selling those online. It's pretty much I have to go into like different stores to actually cherry pick to see if I could get them at a cheap price here. We're still at the same aspect for Mr. Miracle. I'm still missing 19, 23, and 24. And once that happens, I have all of Mr. Miracle and this graphic goes away here. As far as Wonder Woman is concerned, we are in the home stretch with 108 issues to get here, and all the issues are below 147. The good thing that happened is like I said, with the Spider-Woman collection here, with getting that issue number 5, we got all of volume 8. So that means I currently have all of volume 1, volume 2, volume 4, volume 6, and volume 8. I'm missing 19, 20, and 21 from volume 7, only issue number 6 from volume 5, and 13 issues from the Maddie Franklin volume, which is volume 3. And we got, she's telling Leia that she baked the peach cobbler. Joe won't come and get any. No, because she's supposed to be bringing some to C2E2. Look at me, I'm Joe. I have issues 1 through 108. Yeah. And you have Source of Freedom. I've been had Source of Freedom. That what you guys sent to me was my second copy of Source of Freedom. That's the reason why I was happy, because now I don't have to go back and look at it. It's like I have all the Spider-Woman bookies. Yep, you do. Raspberries to you. Joe is thinking I would have gone and taken you grocery shopping and stole the cobbler. It's like I never come empty-handed. I'm baking an entire peach cobbler just for C2E2. Yep, that's pretty much what's the deal here. So as far as, wait, hold on. And promised a bit to a full Richardson. Yep, she did. So that brings us to the end of the collecting update. As far as the production update is concerned here, and pretty much the whole topic of the show. So we're going to combine those two together here. We're getting ready for C2E2. Now, the main thing here is that I did get everything paid for our booth for C2E2. So that's one worry that's out of my hands as of right now, because it's done, it's over with, and everything to that magnitude here. With that being done, we had to get other things in order, such as getting stuff on the actual website for C2E2 here, and we have a couple of, well, hold on. Yeah, you spelled Leia wrong. C2E2 does not equal Leia. I'm opening. I was like, I'm opening this coming week for. I'm opening this coming week. Okay, cool. But this is what we got so far here. So, this to let everybody know that we're going to be at booth 829 again towards the front here. We already got some actual bundle specials already out there and ready for people to peruse and possibly buy directly from us here. The way that they got it working so far is that they have it linked to, it's like if you wanted to buy like a bundle now, they link it to like our website. They have a link to the actual website where you could actually go to like our actual store page and you could buy it directly from there. Like for example, this is the C2E2 Primetime Saturday Night variant bundles here, and we got all the different variants here, and the bundle is pretty much you get one of every variant, and you get your choice of variant for issue number 0, issue 1, and issue number 4. So you get one of every variant for the price of $80 here. So that's kind of like what's really going on there as far as some of the things that we have. I haven't put out the actual C2E2 variant as of yet. That's going to be strictly for this year because we are launching Legends of the Giantess Slayer this year. So that's what Elaine is about to get ready to edit here in the next couple of days here. And Exegc Studios. Yeah, I know who said it. She figured it out. She figured it out here. But yes, we haven't got our exclusive cover as of yet for C2E2 out there on their website. That will be coming within the next couple of days here. But I've been like really, really busy trying to get everything together for we could move forward. Don't have to worry about this. We can start promoting everything about what's going on with C2E2, have books ready to go at the show and everything to that magnitude. So if you're in Chicago, March 27th through the 29th, come and see us at booth 829 if you're planning to go to C2E2. And even if you're not going to C2E2, you can always grab it directly from their website here. This is the listing that is on for the exhibitor side of things. So you can look at the exhibitors list here. And let me just go ahead and show you. You could go out here, you go exhibitors and artists, click on exhibitors and artists, and then click on exhibitors. And there's the exhibitors listing here. And you scroll down, it starts, to give you a listing of all the exhibitors here. We're the only one up under the letter X. So if you click on the letter X, oops, sorry about that. There's us right there. And if you click on that, it brings up everything here. It brings up our full listing and everything. And there's our full listing with all our specials and everything to that magnitude. So even if you don't show up to the show, you still have an opportunity to buy books from us here. General Calrissian, we cannot afford to deflect firepower of that magnitude. Why? Because Colt 45 gets them every time. Yeah, it's like we lasted a hell of a lot longer than we would against that Death Star. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she missed C2E2. Yeah, and she probably won't take the trip here. It's like I want to go take Lainey and Joe to the little goat. Yeah, she actually came 1 year, and that's because we didn't know one another. I didn't even know until she told me, and then when she told me which one that she was at, I was like, oh, I know which one that you went to. So yeah, it is kind of one of those things here. But that's what's been going on production wise. This is what's happening as of right now. This is one of the reasons why I say this is probably going to be a very short show, because everything is really focusing on that here. I've been getting things taken care of. I still need to get UPC codes for the books to get printed for the first issue of Legends of the Giant Slayer. Still need to buy the electricity by the 25th of this month here, so we can have electricity to charge the phones and be able to take credit cards and debit cards at the show here through our actual device that we have for Go Collect. I mean, it's just a odds and end type stuff here. I still got to sort through books and everything here, and it's a lot more to go through and talk about in the bigger scheme of things. And like I said, that display back here pretty much that's not up here just for like to show that they're books. These are the books that we actually make here. So I don't talk about our offerings all that much here. Like, for example, this is all the first 7 issues of Amazonia right here. All 7 issues of Amazonia from issue 1 to issue 7. This is in a bundle pack here, and that's on the C2E2 website here, so you can buy that directly from us, whether or not you're planning to be there or at the show or not. You still have opportunity to pick that up. We still have the first stupid chair rolling around on me. I just turned around. The first 4 issues of AWF, the original AWF series that led into the Primetime Saturday Night series. We have that as a bundle pack as well. And we still need to finish up issue number 5 of that. We have 6 issues of Primetime Saturday Night, starting with issue number 0, which is our prequel issue, followed up by issue number 1, 2, 3, 4, and what came out last year was issue number 5. I'm still working on issue number 6 as we speak here. And then our 4th entry into our comic book library, which would be Legends of the Giant Slayer, which would be officially released at C2E2, at least around the 27th of March. Yeah, technically, C2E2. Right. She probably walked past it and didn't even know that I was there. Kind of like how people treated like the first appearance of Mystique in Captain Marvel, not Captain Marvel, in Miss Marvel. Nobody knew that was Mystique at the time. Yeah, I had a Chicago dog, deep dish pizza, and the little goat, and had an epic chili. I gained 6 pounds in 4 days. I have copies of she has copies of The Enslaved, book 1 of In the Coming of Night, the C2E2 edition, and some posters and stickers. And if you actually get that to me here, we could get that posted on the C2E2 website here. I need to get pictures and descriptions. Yep, Miss Marvel 15. But it's like she didn't know it at the time, but it's like, yeah, I have not missed the C2E2 so far, except for 2021, and that was the COVID year. And I couldn't do it because of the simple fact that I had a family member that was going through medical treatment, and that was not going to be that was like a no-go. I could not risk getting infected during that time. Yeah, Mystic as Nick Fury. Okay. Yeah, we need to get like the cover scan and a brief description here. And the sooner we get it out there, the sooner that we could, the sooner that I get it, the sooner I can make places on the company website for people could buy it direct, and we could go from there. Yep, a little synopsis. So pretty much that's what everything lies at as of right now for C2E2. So there's a lot of stuff to handle and deal with and get to finish and do before before March 27th here. So that also affects other things that we do here. And yes, during that weekend, we still do From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. So I do still have the Saturday show. I have not missed a Saturday show up to this point, and I'm not planning to miss a Saturday show. Even when I'm at a convention, I have come on and gave synopsis of the show that I'm at and stuff to that magnitude. So yeah, there would be a mid C2E2 wrap up on that particular Saturday. I'm not certain about Comic Book Spectrum. It depends on how Elaine and Cliff feels about that as a whole here. Leia's book synopsis. Book is good. People do neat stuff. Good shit happens. Read it. 5 stars. The end. That just over here is like just thinking to myself. Good shit happens. The end. But nevertheless, it's all of that. All of that is happening. It's coming real quick and everything. I will admit that I did drop the ball as far as having the money to get the ISBN numbers from Bowker before we could get the role-playing game up and going. Doesn't mean that we're not going to get it done this year. It just means that I couldn't do it for C2E2 this year. Just like with Primetime Saturday Night number 6, wasn't able to get it done here. I also made it clear that Amazonian number 8 was going to be after C2E2, so there was no big deal there. But we are releasing, Legends of the Giantess Slayer at C2E2 by hook or by crook. We're playing, and also the actual company website will have both the physical and digital versions made available just before the show. When I say just before the show, the week of, we're going to make that available. So get your pre-orders in if you're not able to attend. The only way that you're able to get the exclusive C2E2 cover is that you have to use the link that's going to be on their website here shortly. If we could end early, as that day is when I do all the last minute checklist stuff. To be quite honest, I'm just more along the lines, if we need to cancel, we just cancel it. We just be like, hey, we have C2E2 and this, that, and the other. Let's Cliff want to do a show by himself. I mean, that's up to Cliff here, because I don't have a problem jumping on, starting the show and ending the show. I won't be as focused as far as, being the person that I am dealing with, a lot of the classic cartoons and other stuff dealing comic book wise, because I'll be more thinking about what's needed for the show, what I need to make certain that you have there, and stuff to other stuff here. It's like, did we get the electricity done? Do we have everything set up here? Did I get the third rack, because we have a lot of books here. Also, we'll also be having graded books there as well. That's the other thing that I haven't mentioned. We will have our graded books and our graded custom sketch covers there too. So it's a lot of stuff that's there. Yeah, that's like, that wouldn't be fair to Cliff. I could do an hour with him. But like I said, we will discuss that. I'm not saying that it's set in stone that we're canceling it, but I'm just saying in general, that's something that all three of us need to discuss and figure out what we want to do here. $28 fudge kissed my entire ass. she's still on C2E2 2024. $28 for fudge. Yeah, right. Okay. Matter of fact, I don't even know who we're next to this year. I don't know who we're next to this year as far as who our booth is next by, and is there any relationships to comics or what we do as a whole here. I kind of wish I paid more attention, and I could look up the showroom floor, but I'm not going to do that. It's kind of a waste of time. But nevertheless, that's pretty much the whole show for today here, because what I got on my desk right now is just more sketching. I've just been, kind of like sketching, doing, getting stuff out, in and out the door, getting the graphics and stuff done. I thought about, the show today and be like, I really don't want to rant. It's like everybody was like, we want rant. We want rant. It's like, but I don't feel like ranting today. I got too much other stuff to worry about here. I mean, if I had to rant about anything, it would be pretty much this, how I'm getting tired of the whole gloom and doom about the industry. And the reason I'm getting tired of the gloom and doom about the industry is mainly because of a couple of things. One, people stop looking towards the independents. Two, Marvel, DC, Image, Boom, and all these bigger companies does not make up the mainstream anymore. If you're looking for consistent mainstream comics, you are have to come to the independent side of things, or the smaller press publishers, and make them the household name. Once you start making them the household name, then you want to get back to where we want to be as far as the amount of paying attention to what people actually want in their books again. But for right now, everybody's going to do the whole checkbox and checklist type things for the major companies. But that's not even, really a rant, because, I'm looking at everybody that's doing comic book commentary, and everybody is still stuck in this making the hobby pay for itself type deal. And I'm up here, it's like, what happened to the people who are like me, who are just collecting it because I like reading them, and then I see greater value down the line if you're able to archive these things and make them available for museum exhibits and stuff to that magnitude later on, preserving history as opposed to monetary value. But not everybody is like me, and it is what it is here. Beanie found Flyer Fire on Blu-ray for $4, and she said, and she bought it. Yay! I'm like, this is out of print. It is worth more than $4. They messed up your book again. Great. I gotta figure out printing for you, to be quite honest here, Elaine, because I gotta figure out what to do for printing. Even though technically you're your own publishing company, we just work well together. I just haven't figured out who you need to go to as far as having your books and stuff printed that is more reliable than Amazon and some of the other places that you have tried here. Yeah, I keep hearing the ringy dingy, so let me see what's going on here. Oh, somebody been sending pictures. Okay. Every time he's about to lose, it's like, if I only get this card, he gets it. And I'm like, oh, at least ask. Okay, sorry about that. It was something that Parallax and I was talking about before the show. And if it's okay with Parallax, we was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was up here saying, if the girls got into, it's like, hopefully the girls don't get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because if they do, I have to get ready to actually beat them in that card game if they actually learned how to play and they was collecting the cards. And she's like, no, they don't have no idea what that is. So like, okay, cool, this, that, or the other. And then we was talking about that, and then all of a sudden now she's like, oh yeah, I never liked that show because the Pharaoh, the altered version of Yu-Gi-Mono, which is Pharaoh Atem, pretty much he had that. This is one of the reasons why I'm glad that they're not in it, because if you understand the lore from Japan, which they got the very first season of it, dealing with how the Pharaoh really was, as opposed to what they gave us here in the States, it makes a lot more sense. But yeah, the Pharaoh has that one ability to really just change things on his head, on a dime, just because of the simple fact that it just is what it is. It was fated to be that way when it comes to him. That's why I like the very last episode of the original run of Yu-Gi-Oh! Before it became GX, where the Pharaoh and Yugimoto had to fight one another. And this was the only way that they could actually separate permanently. And that was the end result of what truly happens when people solve the Millennium Puzzle. For Pharaoh Aten's spirit to be back at rest, Yugi had to beat the Pharaoh in a duel. And what ended up happening at the very end was pretty much Yugimoto did something that Seto Kaiba couldn't do until the last Yu-Gi-Oh movie, which was actually beat the Pharaoh. So that's what we was talking about right then and right there. Here, it's like, yeah, you can share. It's like, yeah, she bought Speed Racer on DVD. Now, Beanie, do you know the words to the Japanese version of the song? Because Speed Racer here in the United States was Maka Go Go over there. Well, I should say it's Maka Go Go Go, meaning that Maka Go Go, the race car, Go GOH being 5. In Japan, the cartoon was more about the car than the actual driver. So, yeah, the Speed Racer has a very long, old history, just like Astro Boy and Eighth Man and all the other, grandpa-ish type cartoons from back in the day. She said, no, I only know Konnichiwa. Ichi, ni, son, go. No. Yeah. I'm missing a number. Ichi, ni, son. I forgot what 4. Go is 5. And you know that Ohio means good morning. Ohio. See, now I'm going to have her watching these one YouTube shorts where they're up here talking about, teaching people how to learn Japanese, and the fact that Japanese is more confusing to learn because they have the same word meaning different things depending on the connotation of what it is said or the kanji that it's written in. And it's just really messed up. It is really messed up. So learning Japanese is actually hard. But that's something that would be educational as a whole, because I don't know Japanese at all. Or at least I don't know a lot of Japanese, and I don't even pretend that I really know any Japanese, to be quite honest. I do watch a lot of the anime with subtitles on in its original Japanese voices, because you kind of pick up what some things might actually mean in the long run. But outside of that, that's pretty much it for this week here. Unless you guys got something else that you want to talk about here, and we could, talk about that for like the next 15 to 20 minutes. If not, we could call it a night, you know. I'm not going to try to hold you guys hostages here. So speak now if and forever hold your peace here. And it looks like, is that the cover of Catwoman Zero? I believe that's the picture of a Catwoman Zero. I think she sent me a partial cover of Catwoman Zero there. But she said, I'm old and lazy and I only do dubs. See, I don't mind subtitles. I don't mind subtitles, but then again, I like watching movies with subtitles if they're in a different language. But I know how I am, and I'm not like most other people. And then my computer blue screen. Uh-oh. We are on Fran's phone. Okay. Yay, 65. Happy 65th. And I really don't want to even talk about that because I'm up here about to get ready to figure out, should I go ahead and join stuff like AARP now and stuff to that matter. I really don't want to talk about it, but those are types of things that will be coming up soon, and I have to like really start truly thinking about it as a whole here. Let's see, that's Beanie. Beanie's like, that's 13 hands. Yay. Yep. Yep. Elaine got me by 3 whole hands, Beanie. She got me by 3 whole hands. I ain't got no money for that. Yep. But I'm looking at those type of things because they've been advertising. It's like, oh yeah, you could get your subscription for like $15 for the first year. I was like, okay, but what is it for years after that? I'm just up here like, maybe it's worth the while. I don't know. But that's pretty much everything here. 1, 2, Zan, 3, 4. Free is not a number. Yes, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beating the destroyer of arguments. I is ancient beating. But yeah, that is something that I've been thinking about, but I'll come to that bridge probably later on this year. It's like you don't get a discount or golden old. Yeah, that's true. They don't have those type of discounts, but the other discounts might be worth it though. And when I say the other discounts, I'm talking about discounts on like restaurants, hotels, stuff like that. But then again, I was like, I don't want to start eating like blue plate specials and be eating at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the dinner at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon either. But you never know what value might be there. But saying all that to say, it is something to kind of like think about and keep me on like the back burner for right now. It's not of the utmost importance to become a member at this like very second, but it's just something to kind of be like, oh yeah, I do qualify for this. Let me go ahead and see what it's about here. Kind of like the whole thing about my veteran status for like home loans and stuff. It is what it is. 4:30 dinner. No, 4:30 is not dinner. You should be free after 11. Okay, you talk about tonight or Monday. You talk about tonight or Monday? Because I could have sworn you said wait until Monday. Because I was going to send you the file on Monday and then go from there. So what did she say? Okay, yeah, okay. Monday. Okay, good. I'll make certain that I contact you on Monday about that. So we could get that taken care of, and I could get the books and stuff ready for the printers as soon as I pay to get access to my barcodes again, for I could get a brand new barcode for all 3 covers of that first issue. So there's no ranting, and we got this done in about an hour. So it looks like we're good to go. We covered at least 1 hour, and that makes me happy here. So until next week, live life, grow, and be well. And we're about to be out of here. I do apologize for the show being short this week here, but with preparing for C2E2 this week, maybe next week and the week after. Well, I should say some of the upcoming weeks might be short, very, very, very short shows because of C2E2, depending on what needs to get done here. Hopefully next week would be a lot longer. We'll probably go to 2 hours because I think I will have the majority of stuff in order. It just be more along the lines of if how can I put this? It would be more along the lines of whether or not stuff gets paid quickly or not, and everything just lines up right here. And B said it was a great show. Yep. And she said tonight instead of good night. But yeah, it is tonight. Good night. Everybody have a great evening here. And as I always say, live life, grow, and be well. And we're out of here until next week. And for those who are patrons of Cheap Comic Book Collector, I believe that he is still on and everything. So if you want to see what books that he has, you might want to jump over to his his YouTube channel real quick here before he goes off the air. Yeah, like bad bye, like Bizarro says, hi. Yeah, exactly. So until next week, see you guys later. Bye-bye.